So let's talk about your ideal clients. And I would love you today to write a list of people that you would love to work with. And then I would like you to create a second list of people you are actually working with right now. Now, there will always be people who go through the world who will bring their own stuff to your business interactions. So I've had it in so many different shapes or forms. So, for example, a huge company got in touch with me because they had seen me do a speaking gig, and they said, we would love to for you to come in and do something similar. We think you'd be great, and we saw your talk, and it's just like a perfect fit. And you would know this company, by the way, really well, really, really well. And I think you would be surprised if you knew who this company were and were just like, why are they not talking about money? So I said, this is what I would charge for this experience. And they came back and they said, oh, we don't usually pay people for this. So, and most people have been okay with that so far. And at the time, I was pregnant. So to leave my house, I needed a good reason to. Otherwise, I was not leaving my house. I was sitting in elasticated trousers and elasticated bra action or no bra action. And so I went back and I said, well, this is something that I would charge for. And I think it's really important here to acknowledge where your boundaries are in terms of ideal clients. And if you are in a situation where non-ideal clients are coming to you all the time, I want you to have a conversation with yourself of whether this actually feels like a fit. And I've always felt like this as a person. I don't need to be going to all the things. And there are some things that I am invited to or that are available to me that I would rather stay at home. I know that going out to this thing at 11:30 at night, it's just not going to be the one. I would rather stay at home in my own bed. So I want you to get into this abundant thinking of being able to say yes, but also being able to say no. And I want you to begin to put some boundaries in place. So that example I gave you, for example, with the speaking gig, I went ahead and I booked that gig and I got paid for it, what I wanted. And I think that lots of these industries are still so new, and we therefore have to take control of our own boundaries and be able to know what is acceptable to us. And that could be the price that you charge is the price that you charge. It's the price. That's what it is. And there will be people that sometimes come and they go, yeah, but I was thinking something different, or their habit is always negotiating or always trying to get the cheapest thing. But that doesn't mean that you have to give it. And so I want you to think today, are there any patterns of ideal client interactions that are no longer working for you? So, for example, I remember having, in the early stages, I would go and have cups of tea with anybody as like a discovery call. And this was interesting to me because what I hadn't realized was the work that I needed to do through that process, and to fully be in the place where it was okay to do discovery calls on the phone. I didn't need to pay for an Uber or a tube fare or the coffee. This was another thing as well. It's like, why am I buying my coffee and their coffee and giving my time away for free and expenses and all those sorts of things? And guess what happened? Even if I had delivered a fantastic experience, there would still be some people who'd be like, brilliant, thank you so much, Nikki. That was really, really insightful. And I got so much from it. Let me think about it and come back to you and then decide whether or not we might work together. and you never hear from them again, because these people are people who go around looking for free things. And that is not to do with what you offer, what you're all about. It's to do with them. There are people also in this world, I'm sure you've seen them, who go out to have dinner and they actively look for something wrong with the food so they don't have to pay for the food, or they can have a Barney or an argument or make some complaint. So I really want you to think about this in terms of your ideal clients. If you want to explore further, there is a whole module in your digital disco where we can discuss your ideal clients and really create spaces and places where boundaries are taken care of and you can deliver the results that you want and be paid really well. I'm going to stop banging this for what it is that you do. Lots of love, and I'll leave the link down below.